Okay. Trump supporter calls 911 on black Lyft driver for not turning on the radio. A Trump supporter who berated his Lyft driver with the N-word has been fired from his job after a video went viral. Lyft driver Sean Letman of Brooklyn, New York, calmly filmed the 16 minutes by passenger Ortiz. He said jumped into the Lyft and said, "I'm going to make sure that while you're recording this, that you never have a job as a Lyft driver again." He said that I'm going to make your life a living hell. Turn on the radio, you piece of shit. And when the Lyft driver did not comply and turn the radio on, the guy decided it would be a good idea to call 911, because when you hear who is on the radio? I'm so out of touch with mainstream music. Who's on the radio now? Is Ariana Grande still big?
Selena Gomez, Ariana Grande, Bruno Mars, Pink, Justin Bieber.
You can never go wrong with Bieber. Yeah, we'll go with Bieber.
Maroon 5, they're still around.
Now, I just want to say, look how calm this gentleman who is driving the Lyft looks. And the guy in the back, you can just tell by looking at this picture that he is an asshole. I mean, he just has that air about him. But who calls 911 when someone won't turn the radio on? I could not understand this at all.
A racist jerk.
It's true. What did he expect 911 to do? Like, police come out and arrest the guy for not turning the radio? It's just bizarre.
Like, bizarre. Trump supporters are like they're like the entitled jerk faces of the United States. That's all I know.
Jerk face is good. I like that.
Yeah.
Jerk face.
Yeah.
Well,
trying to keep it clean.
Speaking of jerk faces, let's look at a real big jerk face here.
Oh God!
Although
my ovaries are sad.
I will say though, this story is funny because it's equally jerk facey on both sides. Okay, because you have
and someone just tagged me on this on Twitter, like right before the show. It's funny.
Did they? Well, it's funny because so you have these sect of the sex of witches on October the 20th. Organizer has sold out and the interest of thousands, right? So about 60 people will be in attendance in the event, which will the ritual will include effigies, coffin nails, graveyard dirt, and a spell.
Sounds legit.
Can
we spit too? Can we spit?
You have to. I think that's required. But this is the funny part. She said that this bookstore has organized hexes before, including 3 last year on Donald Trump. Now, let me give some advice. Do not help Trump. He does a bad enough job without witchcraft, making him fuck up even more. So let's hold back on the hexes on Trump, please.
I know. I don't want to die. Like, I don't want our country to blow up. And you know what? If we hex him, then guess who we get for president? Mike Pence.
White bread.
Right?
The biggest piece of white toast on the planet. But yeah, it says that this will be according to the rights of the school. It will validate, uphold, and support those who have been wronged and who refuse to be silent anymore. I get the sentiment. I get the desire to want to, hex anybody. If anybody deserves to be hexed, it would be Brett Kavanaugh. Just look at that face. I mean, just look at that face. But this is ridiculous, and it's a money thing. To me, it's a money thing because they have all of this publicity about it, and they're charging, I think, $20 a ticket. So if it's already sold out, I mean, that's the capitalism of the country. But I don't get it. I really don't. Okay, let me clear this out. All right, Dave, we can clear that out. Okay, So those are your dumb headlines for this week. I had to cut it back. I had like 18 stories that I wanted to do, but I knew we couldn't do 18. There's just so much dumb news on the internet. And I was telling Katie the other day about my favorite story, which was this lady that got a couch, and she got the couch in the house, and it was comfortable for the first little bit that she had it, and she would sleep on the couch. But somewhere in that time, it got really stiff, apparently, and she lost her mind. And she claimed the couch was then possessed by demonic spirits who were stiffening the couch so that she couldn't sleep. And so, what do you think she did, Katie, to rid the
I don't know. Did she set it on fire?
She set it on fire, but she didn't pull the couch out of the house. She set it on fire inside her house. Genius.
I actually looked this story up.
Intelligence.
I looked this story up. It happened in Louisiana, right? And it was like in August, and she also looked like she was on meth.
Yep.
There's a big surprise.
The moral.
Yeah. The moral of the story tonight is don't do meth.
Don't do meth. So
you guys,
now going to turn it over to take us through what natural births are and how they can be dangerous for women.
Yeah. So this story has gone crazy. So to give you kind of I work with a group of people online that are wonderful, and they find it's a bunch of skeptics, and I'm in a bunch of different groups on Facebook, and they know that I write about different topics. And a lot of my readers are always trying to kind of farm out and find articles for me to write about. And if they find something good that they think I should write about, they'll send me and drop me some links, or they'll drop me some screenshots. So on Thursday, one of my readers, she sent me like 45 screenshots of this crazy story out of California. I follow a page called Detox, Anti-Vax, and Woo Insanity. It's on Facebook. And they kind of like share just like the crazy woo stuff. Like they have trolls like in every single group on Facebook that does the woo stuff. And they had been following the story. I had no idea they were following the story because I hadn't checked in like a week. And she dumped like 45 screenshots. And then I actually messaged that page and I was like, do you know about this story? And she's like, we've been following it. So that page also helped me with this story, but it's crazy. So the Free Birth Society, it's a Facebook group, and it's a group of women who believe that the birthing experience is theirs and theirs only, and they want to birth in the wild, meaning they want to birth away from hospitals. It could be in their homes. It could be in a stream. It could be on a toilet. It could be
not in the actual wild. In the mountain.
Some of them do, though. Like I literally was on YouTube and I saw a woman giving birth in a stream. I'm not even kidding you. I also found a video of a woman like literally giving birth to her kid into a toilet. It was disgusting. A lot of them are pretty. I know a lot of them are pretty benign. Like it's like, a lot of birthing tubs and stuff for home birth, which is fine. I mean, a lot of women give birth at home and nothing happens. It's just a lot of home birthers have individuals that are there to help them. And a lot of home birthers will go through the proper prenatal care to ensure that they and the baby are healthy and, viable for a home birth, because so much can go wrong with pregnancy. What the free birthers do is they're just like completely against ultrasounds, prenatal testing, blood work. They think like gestational diabetes testing is a racket. They think like testing for ultrasound disrupts the fetus. And it is like, x-ray and like whatever, but they think even like checking for the fetal heartbeat is bad. They say that like doctors checking the cervix during labor is akin to rape. They're just very against midwives. Yeah, they're very against midwives. They're very against OBGYNs. They believe that bodies are made for this. And that's what they say is our bodies are made for this. And we are going to take back the birthing experience. And they write blogs about nasty logs to like midwives and doctors. And they use all their pseudoscience. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of crazy stories that come out of this page because women are literally having kids with no help at home. And you can only imagine what can go wrong, right? So this week, or actually it happened on the 7th, so a week ago, a woman shared her story on Facebook, and she had been sharing her story in the group, and her baby died. And it's actually pretty sad. This first slide is, let me just pull it up. I can read it too, but you should be able to see it. She's essentially like telling everyone about her experience where she's decided that she is going to have a free birth, and she has opted not to do any prenatal care. She has not gone to any appointments. She went to one appointment when she was 8 weeks pregnant, and then she never went back to the doctor after that. She shared with her friends and family that she was going to do that she was not going to have a doctor, a midwife. She was going to birth on her own because she knew how to do it. I'm trying to find it now. Where is it?
And
so
the thing to me, just from hearing what you've said so far, it just to me sounds so selfish.
It is. I mean, so the Free Birth Society is like, they say that we're selfish and self-absorbed and this is just about the mom, but this is about women taking back their power and giving their babies like natural birthing experiences. It's 100% all about the mother with zero regard for what will happen to the baby. That's it. I mean, these women care more about the fact that they want to have this amazing experience with birth and they don't want to be bothered. And that's more important to them on whether or not the child lives or the outcome of the birth. And birth is literally the most dangerous time and period of a woman's life. There's a reason why women give birth in hospitals. We do it so that we don't die. I mean, I've been through birth and it's not fun.
To me, it's the one situation that you're in where you are essentially in control of two lives, not just one. Like you can't just think about you. You have another life that you're bringing into the world. And to me, you would want to make sure that you cover every basis, every precaution, have, your I's dotted and your T's crossed, and to just throw all of those science and the advancements in medicine and all that away, just so you can. I think it's a moniker thing. People like to say, I did it naturally. It's totally selfish.
Yeah. This woman, her name is Lauren Holiday. And I didn't name her name in the piece, but her name has been all over social media at this point. So I feel comfortable in saying her name at this point. I went out of my way not to name her, but she's been outed at this point. She lives in California in Joshua Tree with her boyfriend, who is a guitarist, I think, I don't know. It's weird. I was on his Instagram and I think he's somehow connected to Ryan Cabrera. Remember that guy that had like a hit like a million years ago? And now I don't know. He's like friends with this guy. And yeah. So he's like in his band or something, or plays in his band, or he's friends with this guy. And so they're this new agey couple, and they live off the grid, and like she doesn't they don't have running water. They only have cold water, not hot water. They don't have a bathroom, only an outdoor shower. She wants to live dangerously and not in peaceful slavery, she says. And it's a very privileged.
What does that mean?
It's these wealthy white women who literally are so privileged by a society that vaccinates and has good health care and has